Rishi Mataji, you are welcome to our global morning meditation. Let us all bring our attention inside, trying to feel our heart. Let us try to feel the presence of our mother in our heart. And let us bow down to our divine Guru in our heart. Shri Mataji, please allow us to meditate on your divine being, and please guide us and support us during this meditation. Let us place our right hand on Mother Earth and let us send a feeling of gratefulness to our Muladhara chakra, the seeds of Shri Ganesha. Shri Mataji, you verily are Shri Ganesha, the support of the root of our Mother Kundalini. Please make us pure, very pure and innocent, so that we sincerely surrender at your lotus feet. Shri Ganesha mantra. Om Vameda Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let us enjoy the purity spreading through our body from Muladhara upwards. Now let us place our right hand back on the lap and take the first Mahamantra. Our attention is inside, trying to feel the channels while we invoke the deities of the channels and of Sahasrara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Our attention has reached the Sahasrara chakra. We can enjoy the silence in our brain. In this blissful state, let us listen to Shrimadaji's divine words in a talk.
Caused by, as you know, by feeling guilty about things or nothing at all. All these problems arise from Vishuddhi. The left side center is caught up when a person feels guilty.
Es gibt Probleme auf der linken Seite, wenn ein Mensch sich schuldig fühlt.
And obstruct the ascent of the Kundalini.
Und dann gibt es Probleme und die Kundalini kann nicht hochsteigen.
That's why I always request all the Western seekers first to say in their hearts, Mother, I am not guilty.
Deswegen sage ich, alle Suchenden im Westen, die müssen im Herzen sagen, Mutter, ich bin nicht schuldig.
These are the conditionings that have come to us.
Diese Gefühle kommen aus unserer Vergangenheit.
From so-called religions,
aus Religionen,
from so-called psychologists,
von der Psychologie,
and other people who are responsible for our development in our childhood.
Und von anderen Leuten, die was mit unserer Erziehung als Kinder zu tun hatten.
When material things very important for the parents,
wenn materielle Sachen für die Eltern sehr wichtig waren,
they all the time shout at children or correct them, saying that don't spoil the carpet, don't spoil that, don't spoil that.
Und sie haben immer geschrien und die Kinder gesagt, sie müssen immer aufpassen auf den Teppich, auf den Tisch und so weiter.
And that is how we develop a kind of a guilt within us.
Und so entwickeln wir ein großes Schuldgefühl in uns.
When we grow up in the schools and colleges, this can be built up very heavily within us too.
Und wenn wir in der Schule und an der Universität aufwachsen, dann kriegen wir es noch mehr.
So how much important it is to understand the value of left Vishuddhi. All of us catch on left Vishuddhi and we do not think that it is such an important thing. But we say, oh, left Vishuddhi catching means I am feeling guilty. We do not understand that what have I done? I have crossed the limits. That's why it's showing there. I have neglected some kind of a morality. I have gone on a wrong path against mother and father. That's why left Vishuddhi is catching. Left Vishuddhi is the indication of the mistakes, of the wrongs, of the sins. We can't afford to have left Vishuddhi. Sahaja-yogis cannot afford to have left Vishuddhi. Now, what I have seen that when this negativity starts acting, people, instead of facing it, facing the mistakes that I am wrong, I should not have done it, it's a wrong thing to do, start giving explanations. Once you start giving explanation, this left Vishuddhi starts becoming like a bloated big lump. And then there's no possibility of curing, no possibility of cleansing. So people start giving explanation why I did it, why I did this. Once it is said is wrong, to be accepted, all right, next time I'm not going to do it, I'm very sorry. But in the center, when you rise, the Kundalini rises, most of the people have their Vishuddhi got up. Most of the people. So they have to either see that they are not guilty, or they have to see that there is no shouting, nothing, they are not aggressive in their shouts, and plus they have to see that they are completely in balance with themselves. So they are in the central path by which they become sweet, kind and nice. So for us it is important to understand that our Vishuddhi is to be kept clear. First of all, we must have a beautiful heart, a very clean heart, and find out what's wrong with you, get it corrected, which can be done by anyone, and see that you just have a full idea about yourself, about your Vishuddhi. That's only possible, only again it's a vicious circle, if you have a good Vishuddhi. If you don't have a good Vishuddhi, you can never see yourself, because at the Vishuddhi point only you become the witness. You are just a witness when you are at a Vishuddhi point. So you have to be at the Vishuddhi a witness. If you have achieved the witness nature, then you can see in your Vishuddhi what's wrong with you, what's wrong with your problems, with your atmosphere, everything, and you will end up here only, thinking, oh, this is the one that is wrong. Now the main problem before us today is something else, is that we all have to ascend. And ascend with the equal strength. There's a story about some birds who were caught in a net. So they decided that we should get out of this net. And they tried. Everybody tried to get out. But nobody individually could work it out. So they all decided to fly together, 1, 2, 3, and go. And they took all that net with them, and they say then they requested the rats that please come and cut our net, and they were freed. So if it can happen between the rats and the birds, why not between us? So in collectivity, you will be amazed in the collectivity how we could be helpful and joyous with each other. Now say something is wrong with your mother, father, sister, somebody. Doesn't matter. After all, you have the ocean of joy here with the collectivity. And your problems can be solved if collectively, if you want to solve your problem. So we have to depend on the collectivity. Very much to be one with the collective. I feel once you jump into the sea of Sahaj, the joy itself draws you together. Meeting each other is such a joyous thing. We have had so many experiences of that, of Sahajogis who have told me how happy they were to find Sahajogis somewhere out of the blue and how they felt happy. So this tie between the Sahajogis is really the most joyous channel. And that is what is the source, we should say, of our becoming one together. Once you start enjoying each other. Collectivity doesn't mean that we all should be stuck together with some glue or something, or we all become like Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar. No, it doesn't mean that. It means wherever you are connected. That is collectivity. But if you are not connected and you are just glued together, it's very inconvenient to live under such circumstances. I think people don't even understand the meaning of collectivity. Where there's not the other, ananya, where there's not the other, there's no other personality. These personalities are separated from you because of left and right, or could be both. But you are yourself fully when you are absolutely detached and your Kundalini is dancing. You are alone and never alone. This oneness with the whole gives you all the security that you want, all the joy you want. And that's why Kundalini awakening means collectivity. Unless and until you want pure collectivity in your being, Kundalini won't rise. Now this chakra is, placed between the two eyebrows. Now two eyes represent the left and the right side. So this center is very much guided by our eyes, by our ears, by our nose, tongue, teeth, throat. Is a very important center because the Vishuddhi, which has to look after 16 petals, which look after all these ear, nose, throat, different organs within us. Also, it has to communicate with the Virat. So it has to pass through this center of Hamsa Chakra. Hamsa Chakra is the very pivotal center which expresses auspiciousness in our awareness. That means if this center is alert and awakened, then we immediately know what is auspicious and what is not auspicious. Or we can call it, we get the divine discretion. I think it is a part of the genetics that people have discretion between good and bad, destructive and constructive. Virat is the ultimate. The complete development of the Vishuddhi Chakra is Virat. And as you know, the chakra is here at this point. If this chakra is not all right, you are not correct. You behave in a manner that is not correct. You cannot communicate with other Sahajogis. You cannot be friendly, loving, and one with other Sahajogis. Unless and until this center here, Vishuddhi, is all right. And is part of the Ekadasha. Vishuddhi is the center of the Ekadasha Rudra. The discretion power becomes so beautiful of the Hamsa Chakra. Because they are all connected, Vishuddhi, Hamsa and Virat. They are all connected centers. It's not only that the Virata improves, but Vishuddhi improves and Hamsa. So now what happens that you jump into collectivity. And the love and the affection and the understanding that you have for each other is remarkable. It's very enjoyable and very beautiful. So all that happens, absolutely happens in your brain. That's how your brain, which is the one which receives all the information and creates all the information, creates all the mental projections, becomes a new vehicle to create a dimension which goes higher, not declining. All of you are part and parcel of that. All of you are part and parcel of that. And all of you are important. All of you have to support that. All of you have to raise it. It is very important. You all should understand your own responsibility. And after Sahaja Yoga, after enlightenment, all the subtleties of the brain and the knowledge starts manifesting and expressing itself. But the greatest thing that happens, that integration takes place in your brain. It's not that your heart wants one thing and your brain wants another thing. The integration takes place, and when that integration takes place, it's so easy to lead a very dharmic life. Even without thinking about it, without reading about it, you just become dharmic. You are not to be told that you have to be dharmic. Innately, you become dharmic because your brain, which normally is used for rationality, for justifying all that is wrong, becomes dharmic, becomes divine. So this is what one has to realize, that after realization, a person gets ideas which are always constructive. And if they are not, then you are not yet a Sahaja Yogi. Constructive and dharmic. That is very, very important for us to understand where is our mind going. Is it contradicting? It is telling something else than what it is we have to just keep a watch, and you'll be amazed to see how your brain has changed its ways. The upside brain has become normal. This you can get very easily. If you just meditate every day and see for yourself how the expression of your Sahasrara is penetrating into your being and is acting in your life, then all the powers of Sahaja will be manifested, and you don't have to anymore doubt yourself, and others will never doubt. May God bless you.
Let us keep our attention in our Sahasrara to integrate the knowledge received from Shrimataji. Now let us place our right hand on Mother Earth, keeping our attention in Sahasrara. Let us surrender our left side to be cleansed automatically by the vibrations flowing from Sahasrara. Mataji, we humbly surrender our left side at your lotus feet, placed in our Sahasrara. Please cleanse our left side. As we are the spirit, we witness the vibrations in our left hand. Now we bring back our right hand on the lap and bend the left hand towards the sky. Attention is on the right side, and we witness the right side from our Sahasrara. We are the witness placed in Sahasrara, and we watch the right side and the right hand. Mataji, we humbly surrender our left side at your divine lotus feet in our Sahasrara. Please cleanse it completely, make it pure, egoless. While surrendering our right side, our heart opens and we feel the joy. We can bring back our left hand on the lap and keeping our attention at the top of our head as a witness. We watch our central channel. We don't make any effort, just watch. Shivadaji, we humbly surrender our Sushumna Nadi at your lotus feet. Please cleanse it. Now let us move our attention through our central channel, trying to feel our Nabi chakra, the satisfaction in our Nabi. When we go to our Svadhisthana chakra, and we feel the joy of existence, the joy that we exist. And then we move our attention slowly upwards, and we reach the void. And we watch the whole creation reflected in our void. And we get detached. We are the spirit above the world. Mataji, we are so grateful that you detached our attention from the world. But then we raise our attention to our heart. Our attention penetrates deep inside the heart. And here we become aware of the ocean, which is Sri Mataji's power. And our attention stays a little bit more, a little bit longer time here to get the feeling of security. We go deep inside Om Pramila Sakshat Shri Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now our attention moves slowly higher. It is difficult to leave the heart, the central heart. It's so good to stay there. Let us move to our Vishuddhi chakra. And let us feel how huge this chakra is in the horizontal direction, in all horizontal directions. It has no boundaries, our Vishuddhi chakra. And we experience the complete silence in our Vishuddhi chakra. Om Pramila Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo. Let us move our attention to our Hamsa chakra inside the brain. between the eyebrows. Srimataji, please give me the power of the divine discretion so that I can take only constructive decisions for myself and for the whole collectivity. Let us move our attention to our Virata point at the top of our forehead. And let us integrate Vishuddhi chakra with Hamsa chakra and the Virata point, Virata center. We feel that our Vishuddhi chakra encompasses the whole universe. It is huge. While we feel these three centers. It spreads in all directions. Rameva Sakshat Shri Virata Viratandava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namaha. Let us enjoy for a few moments the presence of our Kundalini in the Virata. Our attention moves now in the center of our brain, in the Agya chakra. We are the witness of the silence in our Agya chakra. And as we go inside our brain, we become aware that the dimension of our Agya chakra is that of the universe, of all universes. It encompasses everything. It is the support of everything. Our attention can move now to our Sahasrara, which is the whole brain. Mataji, we are so grateful that you opened our Sahasrara, that you integrate all the chakras here, all the knowledge, all the love in our Sahasrara. We are nothing. We are just the witness of your divine work in our brain. And we cannot but keep silent, watching your divine work. And we enjoy the vibrations flowing inside through Brahmarandra. Om Pranena Saksha Shri Saksha Shri Sahasra Swami Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We can open our eyes. Joining our hand to do Namaste to Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for bringing us together. Thank you for allowing us to become aware of the glimpse of your divine being. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for having given us self-realization, which completely changed our lives. We surrender to you. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all bow down, raise our kundalinis, and take Bandhan. Thank you for joining this morning meditation.